Well, who knew the Auditor General would suddenly be playing a significant part in this election campaign? Probably not her. But a leaked draft of a report Sheila Fraser did into G8 summit spending thundered onto the campaign trail today, raising questions about whether the Conservatives misled Parliament over the spending and whether they might have acted illegally. Laurie has the details.
When the G8 came to the Muskoka region, a large infusion of cash came with it. But now an allegation the Harper government may have misled Parliament in order to move $50 million directly into Conservative MP Tony Clement's Huntsville riding.
It's simply not true.
The Canadian press is reporting that it saw a draft of a confidential report by Auditor General Sheila Fraser, which says the government requested $83 million from Parliament last November for a border infrastructure fund to reduce traffic at border crossings. But the government did not reveal that it intended to move $50 million from that fund to a G8 legacy fund, a process Fraser reportedly says in the draft may have been illegal.
We knew that they've been spraying money around like drunken sailors in Tony Clement's riding. What we didn't know is that they lied to Parliament. What we didn't know is that they may have broken the law. And this is not me telling you this. This is the Auditor General of Canada.
They put their own political interests and buddies ahead of the interests of Canadian families.
But today, John Baird said the Auditor General changed the wording in a later draft that he saw.
I can say that the phrase Parliament was misinformed is not contained in the next draft of the report.
The opposition has always maintained the G8 Legacy Fund was more like a $50 million slush fund used on projects like sidewalk spruce-ups and downtown developments. Upgrades G8 leaders never even saw because they were meeting about 100 kilometers away. CP says the draft report also suggests only 3 individuals decided how the money would be spent in the riding, including Huntsville's Mayor Claude Doughty.
So it's just patently not true, not even close to being true.
And Conservative MP Tony Clement.
No, we never decided anything at the private meetings. We had meetings with the mayors and reeves of the entire area.
And all the information, Clement says, flowed back to John Baird, who was infrastructure minister at the time.
Friends of Mr. Clement could decide where all of this money, $50 million, could be spent?
They did not happen.
So what did happen then? So
it's not in the report? Decisions were made at Infrastructure Canada. So I won't hear on the CBC. I'm responding to you directly that those 3 individuals did not make the final decision.
So who did?
I did.
The opposition is calling on the Auditor General to release her report. So are the Conservatives, the final report, that is. But Sheila Fraser says she can only present reports when Parliament is sitting. And so she won't be able to do that until after the election. Laurie, CBC News, Ottawa.